Earlier this year, Asics launched the Superblast 3, an update on what I thought was one of the greatest running shoes of all time, the Superblast 2. While I enjoyed my initial miles in the Superblast 3, I was curious to see how well the new softer foam would perform in the long term, how durable it would be compared to version 2, and also how often I would naturally pick up the shoe to go for a run when I've also got version 2 sitting there. Well, as it turns out, I've racked up quite a lot of miles in the shoe, just going past the 200 miles, so I can give you that all-important durability update, plus an update on all of my likes and dislikes as well, so you can see if this shoe is going to be worth £200 of your hard-earned cash. Right, let's start out with talking about all the facts and figures. Starting out with the purpose of the Superblast version 3. This is your premium non-plated daily super trainer, designed for those long runs, easy runs, marathon pace work, and just generally jogging around, and you could definitely have a nice recovery run in the shoe as well. If you do want a faster option for those races and that speed work, well, that's where the Asics Mega Blast comes in. Similarities out there, things like the Nike Vomero Plus, Adidas Hyper Boost Edge, or the Puma Mag Max version 2. Price-wise, this shoe set me back €220 because I bought it in Spain, but here in the UK, it's £200. Stack height at the back of the shoe, 46.5mm with an 8mm drop overall. Weight-wise, so gloriously lightweight here, 276 grams for me in my UK 11.5, which is all good and true to size. We have an engineered woven upper. It does run a little bit hot. I'll come on to that a little bit later, but we've also got a nice gusseted tongue in there just to keep everything in place. Midsole wise, this is where this shoe really comes to life. We've got a layer of FF Leap, which is what Asics use in their highest end race shoes, and a thin layer underneath that of the FF Blast Plus along the bottom of the shoe, just to help increase that durability and that stability as well. The composition of the FF Blast Plus was updated slightly for version 3. Outsole wise, we've got Asics grip on the bottom of the shoe. It was definitely quite slappy when I first got the shoe, but that noise has completely gone away now. In terms of colours, Asics have just launched a lovely third colourway, this all white colourway. If I was going to get another Superblast, I'd probably go for that one next, but I really like this Cobalt, one of the original colourways, and we paired this up with our all new orange race socks, which I think look absolutely fantastic. If you want to get yourself an amazing pair of running socks with 3 pairs shipped anywhere in the UK for £30, but we do also ship all around the world as well. Feel free to use code YouTube10 for 10% off your order. Thank you so much for the support, guys, allowing us to buy these shoes and bring you these completely unsponsored, ungifted, and everything reviews. Right, let's move on now to have a chat all about how this shoe is holding up. Starting out to have a chat about the upper. The upper is particularly good here. It's holding up really well. No rips or no holes anywhere. We've got a tiny bit of wear on the back of the shoe here, but it's really quite minimal. And now that the weather has warmed up a little bit, I have noticed the breathability is a little bit limited in this one, especially compared with version 2, which was a lot better. A slightly more open mesh at the front. It's absolutely fine, really, unless you live in a particularly hot climate. You're going to want to be a little bit wary about some potential overheating. Move on to have a chat about the midsole update. The foam here still pretty poppy, and I really can't tell that much difference between now and when I got the shoe on day one. That top layer of the ATPU FF Leap, still lovely and responsive and bouncy. That updated FF Blast Plus foam at the bottom is definitely starting to wear quite a lot on the bottom of the shoe. We're definitely getting a little bit of creasing as well. It looks worse than it is at this stage, and at 200 miles into the shoe, I haven't noticed a drop off in performance yet, but I personally can't see this shoe at this stage lasting as long as version 2 did for me. Moving on to have a chat about the outsole. It's definitely, again, more worn down than I would have expected, and definitely more wear than a Superblast 2 would be at this stage. The green rubber is worn away completely in some areas. Lots of scuffs on that midsole, as we just discussed. Up on the screen now are some shots of the Mega Blast at 250 miles. They've done more miles, but they've been holding up so much better for me than the Superblast 3 has so far. Right, let's move on to have a chat all about my likes. The first one being the comfort that is on offer here is absolutely fantastic. Really good toe box in the width and the height as well, going to accommodate all sorts of different foot types. The upper material really soft, and it really does hug your foot quite well. Right out the box, the shoe just felt fantastic, and not once in all the miles I've done in the shoe so far, so just over 200 miles, no blisters, no hot spots, no rubbing, no irritation at all. My second like with this one is just the lightweight nature of it. What Asics have done with the shoe to get that weight down even more more is absolutely amazing. So much lighter than its competitors out there. 83 grams lighter than a Vomero Plus from Nike, 48 grams lighter than Puma's Magmax version 2, and 18 grams lighter than the Adidas Hyperboost Edge, and 12 grams lighter than the Superblast version 2. My third like with this one, just the performance over the course of the long run. I've been doing so many 20Ks, 30Ks, 35Ks in this shoe, and it's just eating up those miles with absolute ease. I was initially a little bit worried about that long run performance, but it's actually quite surprised me. I'm finding the softer foam, this FF Leap that Asics have put in here, has just been so good at looking after my legs. Better, dare I say it, than the Superblast 2, which is definitely on that firmer riding side. My legs have just felt a lot better getting my long runs done in this shoe. And then my fourth and final like here is just how well I think this shoe is going to suit so many different types of people. If you're striking the road at the back of the shoe, the middle of the shoe, or the front of the shoe, it's just going to give you a really nice transition through the stride. If you're a larger runner, a lighter runner, somewhere in the middle, again, there's just going to be a good amount of shock absorption in this shoe. It's just going to support that foot strike really quite nicely. I think whoever puts this shoe on is just going to have a good time in it. It's going to be a very easy shoe for me to recommend because it's going to suit so many different types of people. But as we always say here on the channel, it's not all about the likes, so let's move on to have a chat about those dislikes now. My first dislike with this one is at 200 miles, there's definitely a little bit more wear and tear than I would like to see at this stage. It doesn't have that durability I feel that Superblast version 2 did, and it doesn't have the durability that Mega Blast does. My second dislike with this one, what I loved about version 2 of this shoe was the sheer versatility of surfaces that you could take it on. You could definitely take it on some light trails, some fire roads, but personally this shoe is a little bit too soft and unstable for anything other than very smooth roads. So if you're only running on the roads, you're going to be absolutely fine, nothing to worry about, and that's what this shoe is really intended for. And then thirdly, we've got to touch on, this is quite an expensive shoe. £200 for this type of shoe is a lot of cash. I always justified version 2 because the durability was so good. You get so many miles for every pound you spend on the shoe. Now with version 3, I'm definitely paying a bit of a premium for a shoe that's looking after my legs particularly well and being very nice and light at the same time. So I'm probably paying a bit of a premium for that. But in my opinion, the durability on this one is just not going to be there. If you're the type of person that's not particularly concerned about the weight of the shoe, then that Nike Vomero Plus will definitely give you a lot more value for sure. Right, moving on to have a chat about my final thoughts with this one. I've really grown to like the shoe more and more as time has gone on. I don't think it's going to last anything like version 2 did for me, but for that daily mileage and all these miles I've thrown at it, it's handled it really quite well. I can't deny my legs have been feeling particularly good logging up these big miles recently on those city surfaces with that extra little bit of softness that Superblast version 3 has. I really like alternating it with the Asics Mega Blast. I've done lots of my speed work in Mega Blast and long run sessions, but when I've tried to do those in the Superblast version 3, it just hasn't had that all-out pace that that shoe has. It is definitely a lot of money, but you're getting a really fantastic shoe, very dependable, lots of fun to run in, supremely comfortable as well, and I'm definitely going to continue racking up many miles in this shoe right till the very end. Will I buy it again? We'll have to see, but I think it's going to be a big yes. I love that white colorway, so I'll probably be ordering that maybe about 500-600 miles into this shoe. We'll see. So there we have it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments of Superblast version 3. How's it holding up for you? It'd be great to catch up all things Superblast down there. The next video coming up is my 250-mile update on the Mega Blast. Absolutely love that shoe, so go and check that video up there, and also a video that YouTube thinks you're going to like just down there. That's it, guys. Keep on working hard. Keep on it done. I'll see you very soon in the next one.